My super boss, called me, told me if you fail, don't worry, you can come back, we'll take you. I did not want to do angel investments which potentially would have conflicts later. Most of the time, entrepreneurs know what their customers are telling them.
Investor, what have you really enjoyed working? What kind of entrepreneurs have you enjoyed working with? I mean, obviously, success is,
That's an outcome. Yeah, that's an
yeah, it's an
outcome.
outcome. That's right.
Yeah. So, I think what excites me is ideas and passion. And so entrepreneurs who, exhibit that can almost, you know, get my check on the power of that. Right. So, Akshay at Leverage Schedule, yeah, he's a energizer bunny. He's passionate about what he does. He's out there. He's bubbling with ideas. Right. So it's a lot of fun to do those. Uh, I like entrepreneurs who know what they want from me. Right. So if they can be specific about what they are coming back to me for, that helps. Right. Because as I said, I'm running my own company. I'm not going and asking these entrepreneurs for an information deck every month, every 3 months. Right. So mostly I tend to play a role of an available investor, not an active investor, not the passive investor. And so when the entrepreneurs are coming to me, typically they would come to me with saying, this is the specific issue on which I need your help. They're not coming to me for everything, right? And normally I'm not the only angel investor in these companies. So if entrepreneurs can triage what they're going to lean on who for, so I like that, right? And then, when you do 60 investments, you encounter three entrepreneurs who just weren't the right people to back, right? And so those antennas have gotten sharper over time. Life is too short to, deal with malintent. But unfortunately, you know, that becomes 5% of the play. So I want to screen, well for that because it's just a waste of time to be in those companies.
What was the advice you gave to any of these entrepreneurs when COVID struck? When did you kind of? I'm sure you sounded the alarm bell very early, at least to inform them, hey, this is happening. As an investor, you probably already have those instincts, saying this is what's going to happen, this is going to play out. When did you first hear about COVID in China, and how did you kind of react to it?
Yeah, I think the while the chatter had been there, uh, I think middle of February is really the first time when we started to understand that this is something that is going to have disruptive effect. So in Indifi, we started to prepare at that point in time, and with entrepreneurs that I was talking to, that is the point at which we started to interact. Now, since I don't take board positions and I am not the lead investor on the record for most of these companies, uh, the approach I have followed is A, to be available to them, right, and B, align that advice to uh, what in my view is the middle path, right. So there is always this risk of polarization, right, of one saying, hunker down, just survive for the next 12 months, and second instinct could be, this thing is a 3-week lockdown, after that things will be fine, right. Normally I've seen that reality is in the middle and reality is contextual, right. So for example, if there's a company that is into the travel space and I had one investment in that space, the advice to that company is very, very different from, the advice to an online gaming company, right. So it is contextual. Most of the time entrepreneurs know what their customers are telling them, right. So the second thing to be avoided in my mind is this top down notion of advice, right, a memo being sent to all 60 companies saying this is what you've got to do, and the third important thing is that entrepreneurs have to remember that they still are in the business of value creation, right. No VC is going to look at a flat curve 12 months later and say, I'm going to fund you because you survived. Right? That is not going to happen. Right? So entrepreneurs still have to find alternate pathways to saying, okay, what does now value creation mean? What should I focus on in the next 6 to 12 months? Right? They can't focus on just cost reduction. And that is true of me running my own business as much as advice I can offer to other people. So a lot of this advice has been I think the most important thing is to be available. Right? Entrepreneurs need to talk, and then when you are available, getting entrepreneurs to articulate what they are seeing. Most entrepreneurs know, what they need to do. They just need more confidence in being able to do that.